Havana syndrome, real or fake?
It's a real thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Can't prove it, but I believe it. Yeah.
To me, Jerry, I listen to these stories. It seems to me 100% real. Why would you make it up? You're having real effects on your body, and yet I hear, and I can't remember who the last person was, but it's maybe a congressman or senator, and we don't believe this. It's just like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah. So there's it's the more you get into it, the easier it is to believe it.
Yeah.
So real quick, there's a group of, I don't know, 20, 25 people who are people who focused on Russian operations, and those are the ones that have been clobbered by this.
Yeah.
And you can see they're not going to make it up, and they've been at places like John Hopkins, and they do have lacerations in their brain, right? And of course, they didn't have these tests before they went in, so there's no definitive way of saying that, like, well, you've always had these, right? But they all have it, and so that's an anomaly. The agency, at least for its part, then went out and said to the entire workforce, do you have headaches? Are you tired? Might you have it? And I think they had 1,000 people come in and go, well, maybe. Well, I don't think any or almost any of those people have it, right? I mean, they're like, I don't know. So they say, well, oh, now look, there's, it's 1,200 people who are claiming to have it.
Right.
1,200 people are not claiming to have it. They put out a note to the entire workforce and described the symptoms. And not surprisingly, a bunch of people come in and said, I have some of those symptoms. They're not claiming they have, they're just like, I don't know, I'm just answering honestly, right? I mean,
right.
In any population, you're going to have people who are feeling that way or think they do or whatever. And so, but that core group of people, Mark Palomaropoulos is a guy I know pretty well. And, and he's one of the first people that got hit with it in Moscow. So yeah, for me, it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. I'm pretty sure it's a duck, but tastes great with plum sauce. The problem though, is if you go to the president of the United States and say, yeah, we're like 97% sure. If it's Russia, which I think it is, element of the GRU, we have to be 100% because we are accusing them of an act of war.
Right.
Are we willing to go to war over this? What are we going to, and then what are we going to do in return? Are we going to start killing their guys?
Yeah.
They're diplomats that are covered under the, we all have diplomatic immunity, which means we have protections under the Vienna Convention. And they would be breaking that if they're doing it. So do we break the Vienna Convention, which allows them to say, oh, you did it first? So it's a pretty friggin' serious thing. And I think we don't have 100% certainty. So for me, 97% is pretty friggin' sure.
Yeah.
But it's not 100%.
Okay, let me give you a hypothetical then. Let's say you guys are in the field and you catch one of these guys pointing one of these sonic. What happens? How serious is it at that point?
Then it's serious as depends who's in the White House. Are they willing to? Is somebody willing to go toe to toe with Putin, or are they going to write him a love letter? I don't know. So it depends on the president. That's a policy issue, right? So I think how it will eventually come out, it'll be one of two ways. Putin will be overthrown, or he'll slip on a banana peel, and the next group will come in, and people, because their system isn't like ours. People will be like, there'll be people up, people down, people being executed, people being, and somebody's going to go, I'm fucking getting out of here, and that one fine day somebody will walk into the embassy in Helsinki and go, you take me and my family to the States and hide me, and I'll solve that problem for you. Right? Here you go. This is how we do it. Here's who did it. Here's how they did it. Here's, and then that is generally how it works. And I think that's going to happen one fine day.
Interesting.